guys. So my name is Megan, and I am the new coordinator for the garden here. I've been here about 2.5 months now, and everything is coming along really nicely. Everything is a work in progress, so there's still a lot to do. But it's been really nice starting to meet all of you guys. And when school starts again, I think we'll have a lot more people coming through the garden, which is really exciting. But I've gardened my whole life. I started with my grandmother, and she taught me basically everything that I know. And it's one of my fondest memories growing up. And I'm really lucky that I get to work in a garden now. And so, yeah, if anyone is ever interested in volunteering or just coming out to pick some veggies, please feel free. I'll leave my contact info, and you guys are welcome to contact me. We have a volunteer event coming up on September 16th. And so if anyone would want to come out, we're going to do a whole bunch of mulching and maybe start some seeds for the fall. That would be great, but it's really nice to be here. Yeah.
Yay. Can I put that in my calendar? What is it?
Yeah, absolutely. It's September 16th. I believe it's at 11.
Have they start? Yeah, they're all at 11.
We start at 11. So you can either meet us out in the garden, or we always meet at the Isla Vista Food Co-op. And that's most Saturdays. So if you ever want to volunteer at any other garden, you can just head to the co-op, and everyone kind of walks over to whatever garden we'll be doing work in. So yeah, check it out.
Hi, I'm Yana. I am a garden coordinator at Methodist and IVCC, but I kind of float around and do work at all the gardens, so it's been really exciting getting to meet all the other garden coordinators and work on volunteer events. And just meeting people in every single garden has been very, very rewarding. And I have a similar kind of story. My parents kind of taught me a lot about gardening, and they always made it a priority to try and grow at least something in our backyard, and made it really nice for us to be able to be outside. And I've been really loving prioritizing going outside and working, just getting my hands in the ground. It's been really nice.
Hello everyone, I'm Ashley.
I turned it on.
Oh, is it this one?
Yeah, hold it like really long, like a couple of seconds, and then it pops up.
Thank you. Hello everyone, I'm Ashley. I'm a new education intern, and I think in the upcoming school year I'm going to be more so focused like in the Methodist garden. So I'm going to be doing workshops, and I know that the previous intern in the same position worked with kids, and because I'm bilingual, I want to also teach people about how to garden their own crops, or how to just sustainability with like things that, just like a cheap route, you know, for people of color and stuff. And similarly to them also, like my mom, she taught me about gardening and stuff, and I really like that it's outside, and then that I'm also going to be teaching younger kids and stuff. And just being outside and gardening, I feel like it's really just rewarding for your well-being and stuff, so I really look forward to it, and if I can, I'm going to be translating more in the future as well. So yeah.
Can you guys talk a little bit about Giuseppe?
Oh.
Because our people don't know about Giuseppe.
This
might be an attraction.
Well, Giuseppe is the newest, maybe I'll say mascot of the garden. He is a goat that hangs out in the garden a lot of the time now. He belongs to someone named Ocean, and Ocean helps out around the garden a lot. He knows a ton about gardening, and he recently got this goat. And so Giuseppe's really nice. They think he might have been part of a petting zoo or something, so he's very, very friendly. And he's been actually bringing a lot of people into the garden, which is really nice, because yeah, but he hangs out in the garden, so if you see him, Ocean's always happy to have people go up and meet him. But yeah, we think he'll probably spend a good amount of time in the garden. That's okay with everyone. But yeah, it's a little bit exciting, I think. I know you've met the goat.
Yeah.
Question though.
Yeah.
How do they get their food? In other words, they're going to be eating up part of the garden? Or how do they have to use the weeds to get
Yeah. He's actually been, I think, pretty helpful. There's a whole bunch of construction going on, and the weeds are getting cleared up anyway. And so he's been really helpful eating back all the weeds kind of in the back. So
People hire like whole herds of
Yeah.
goats to,
Yeah, so I mean, I think he's definitely a positive in the garden, and he's done a good job. He has eaten some things that maybe he shouldn't, but he's very well behaved and friendly. So
You know, you really should spread the word about Giuseppe, you know, to the volunteers, because then everybody wants to volunteer in our garden.
That's true. Yeah,
I appreciate you explaining about this goat. 2 nights ago, Steve and I had dinner with Tony and Jose, and Tony was telling me about the goat in the garden. Now, I had been at that garden before, and I know what I had seen, and I know what I had not seen.
So you didn't believe him?
Tony and Jose are not known to be people who drink. I really thought there was something going on, and now it's verified that what they said was right. And I appreciate you explaining that, because now I feel better about them.
Yes.
Does the goat talk, so to speak, in his language, or does he make any sound?
I haven't heard a peep from him. Ocean says he's actually very quiet and I guess well behaved, so he's not loud or anything, which is nice. But yeah, I think he's a good thing for the garden, so I'm excited that he's here. Yeah.
I was a little afraid at first because he has these humongous horns, right?
Yes, he does.
But he's
So
very,
sweet.
very tame. He's very sweet.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, I haven't heard any noise from the goat either. No goat noises.
Sometimes the instinct takes over. I had an unusual experience when I was 6 or 7 years old, when my father bought into a dude ranch in Wyoming, and my mother had to run it. But one summer we had to get kindling from the sawmill, and the sawmill guy said to my mother that he found this abandoned elk, or maybe it looked like that somebody had shot the mother. There was a trail of blood leading away, and so he had kept it going for a few weeks, and he said he had a business to run, and he said, how about one of your boys taking care of this elk? So I had an elk for the summer. but the instinct part of it was, as he started to grow his velvet horns by around August, he would kind of, our job, my brother and I, were to take the kindling in our radio flyer wagon down to the various log cabins, and he seemed to take joy in budding the pile we had in the wagon, so we had to pick it up. But then one day, it was just right out of a Hollywood animation. There was somebody who brought a car with a dog, a yappy yap kind of dog, and they had been driving from Buffalo, Wyoming. Anybody know where Buffalo, Wyoming is? Yeah. Okay. But anyway, I guess he was getting a little bit antsy, and so the woman rolled down the window, and he jumped out, and he was looking for something to chase. And off in the distance, Panuka, that's what you can call it after the Indian name, and that name for elk. And if you hear people back east think they have elk, but it's nothing like the elk out west. The bigger rack and the chest of fuller hair there. And so anyway, in the distance, he might have looked like he was small, but he was just grazing off in the distance. So this dog said, "Oh, he's going to go chase something," and I just witnessed it. You know, yap, 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 and then Pinocchio turned around and said, "I'm not intimidated." He just stuck his head down and did a full-born charge right at the dog, and the dog just almost put a furrow in the ground, just turning around, and made a flying leap right back through the window of the car. So sometimes animal instincts can take over.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. I think we want to make sure to be safe. But he's very well behaved, and I think he's a little bit older, so he's I don't think he's aggressive at all. So.
I also hear that there's a lot of things that are right now in the garden, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
The tomatoes, a lot of them are green right now, but I think very soon they'll all be ripe. But they're pretty big.
Yeah, we just picked some cherry tomatoes this morning, and they're looking really good. We have a whole bunch of zucchini right now. That's coming in. Yeah. What else?
There's
we have
always herbs.
Yeah, tons of herbs in the box in the front. And
passion fruit, I saw there's a lot of them.
Yeah,
But they're green still, right?
Yeah, I think those will probably be ready late summer or fall. They need a little bit, but there's also what else? We have a whole bed of green onions, so those are always there.
Scissors.
Yeah, just snip them and they grow back even stronger if you do that. So yeah, please feel free to just walk around. It's really beautiful out there, and take whatever you like. Yeah, especially now. Yeah. And we were talking about maybe having some sort of event that we could use the veggies that are growing now. So hopefully that's in the works.
Yeah, we'll be in touch with you guys. Yeah. Another pizza party coming up. So
yeah. Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
I want to thank you. So thank them. For you sacrificed your whole Sunday morning. You probably won't be sleeping at this time. So thank you for being here this morning and for filling us in. And we're so happy to have every single one of you. It's a joy, and we can't wait to see more of you and work together with you and volunteer and do all those wonderful things. And don't hesitate to ask us if you have anything that you need from us. If you guys are all gone, maybe during some like off semester thing or something. Like I know like around Christmas time, usually all the students are.
Yeah.
We can step in and water the garden, and just don't hesitate to ask if you have any questions or if you need anything from us as well, because we want to support you in what you do.
Thank you. Yeah.
Cool. Well, let's have the benediction. We have some